Hi guys, I'm back with another video. Today's video is going to be kind of different. So before I get into this video, you guys are probably wondering, Joey, why are you recording a video before Friday Night SmackDown? You typically don't do any other videos on Fridays. Well, that is because if you remember on Tuesday when I did my reactions for NXT Halloween Havoc Night 2 2023, you guys remember me saying that I would be going to a special place on Thursday and you guys would have to wait for me to talk about it. Well, I'm going to talk about it now. So I mentioned this on Tuesday, and I also talked about a short film that was supposed to come out Tuesday, but it didn't come out because I kept getting distracted because it was like Halloween and my parents were busy doing stuff and talking and all that stuff. Well, I talked about Thursday I would upload that video to my YouTube channel as a premiere, and then it will be uploaded to my YouTube channel because I was going somewhere special. Well, now it's time to talk about it. So, what was so special? Well, I went to my very first NFL game. I finally went to go see the Pittsburgh Steelers live. And I wouldn't say it's something that I've dreamt about for a while. It's something that I've wanted to really do for a very long time. Like, I've always wanted to go to a Steelers game. And Thursday, November 2nd, 2023, I went to a Steelers game. Now, this is not my first time being at Acrisure Stadium. I've been there a couple times before it was called Acrisure Stadium. Before it was called Heinz Field, but, you know, Heinz lost the licensing to the stadium because they didn't want to pay the money to keep their name on the stadium. So Acrisure bought the rights to the stadium name, and now it's called Acrisure Stadium. But Heinz do have some association left with the field. Heinz is still associated with the field, but it's not my first time being there. I've talked about this in other videos, but I went there a couple other times. I went there for like 3 times. I went there a couple times for a couple Pittsburgh Panthers games, which those were fun times as well. That was back when I was still living in Pennsylvania, though. I'm back in New York now, and I've been back in New York for about a year now, but for 3 years of my life, I lived 45 minutes away from Pittsburgh, which was the best experience. So, like I said, it's not my first time being at the field. It's not my first time being in the stadium. I've went to a couple games there, and like the Pittsburgh Panthers games, the fucking experience is great. It's exciting, and once you're there, you'll get the feel of it. Like, it's just a very different atmosphere. So now I'm going to talk about the day. So, Thursday, November 2nd, 2023. The day I go see my first Pittsburgh Steelers game. Well, it basically started out as us leaving. So, we left around like 12 p.m. because from Jamestown, New York to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, it's about a 3-hour drive. So it took us a while to get there. And then we got there, we did a bunch of other stuff. Before we went to before we went to our tailgate, we walked around a little bit of the city of Pittsburgh. Went into the Steelers store. We didn't really buy anything, but we went into the Steelers store because outside of Acrisure Stadium, they have the official Steelers store like right next to it. So we went into the official Steelers store, which they got everything Steelers, Pittsburgh Panthers, Pittsburgh Penguins, and Pittsburgh Pirates. They got everything there. We went in, looked around for a little bit, and continued walking. And then we started walking towards our tailgate, which that took forever because we couldn't actually find the tailgate. It was very hard to find. And I'm not going to talk about that because it's negative, but it just took us a while to find our tailgate because we couldn't find it until we found it, and, that was that. But the tailgate, the tailgate was okay. I mean, the tailgate wasn't really that exciting. All you do is, at a tailgate, is that you just sit, talk to other Pittsburgh Steelers fans, which is nice. But also, you can play, games that one game where you throw the bags. I forgot what it's called. But you can play that game, and then, they have music playing. The tailgate was okay. I mean, the food there was okay. The one thing I gotta say about the food at the tailgate was it was not hot at all. Could have been hot, but it wasn't. So the tailgate food was okay, and the tailgate was okay. Other than the tailgate being okay, the actual game itself was awesome. So after the tailgate, we start walking to the stadium. We find our seats. We sit down, and the game gets ready. And overall, oh my god, it was a fun game to watch. So basically, we were on the west side, or no, we were on the south side of the stadium. We were on the south side of the stadium, the left end zone, and we saw a lot of great plays down there. So overall, the game was fun. I saw a lot of great things. There was a lot of great fans there cheering for the Pittsburgh Steelers. If you don't know, the Pittsburgh Steelers have the Pittsburgh Steelers have a die-hard fan base, and once you go one of those games, you feel that you hear the stadium. And, the stadium got really loud at one point, waving our terrible towels. It was great. So overall, the game was fun. I'm happy I went. It was a fun experience. And then after the fact, we drove home another 3 hours. We didn't get home until 2 a.m. in the morning. After that, all of us were tired, so I probably ended up going to sleep around maybe 3 a.m., 3:30 a.m., something like that. But overall, other than the tailgate being okay, the game was fun. I really loved it, and I would love to go to another Steelers game. But the one thing about it is the Steelers games are really expensive. If you want to go to any other game, like a rivalry game between the Steelers versus the Ravens, the Steelers versus the Browns, the Steelers versus the Bengals, those are $300 tickets. $350 tickets. Yeah, about $350. So for 3 people, that's over $1,000. But this game was $150. So, that's about $500 plus other stuff other stuff like parking costs money. Us going to the tailgate costs money. So But overall, it was a fun experience. So, how did the Steelers do? The Steelers did okay. We won. The Pittsburgh Steelers beat the Tennessee Titans 20-16. It was a very close game. Our defense played great. That's what I'm gonna say. Our defense always plays great. Our offense, pretty much the same old Matt Canada shit, playing a college football offense in the NFL. And the one thing you guys might be wondering is, were there a fire Matt Canada chants there? Yes, there was. Not for the whole game, but like during the fourth quarter, there was fire Matt Canada chants because of him playing his college football offense in the NFL. But overall, it was a fun game to watch. It was really close. The Tennessee Titans did have a chance to win the game, but they ended off the game throwing a interception to Kawan Alexander, number 54 for the Pittsburgh Steelers. So overall, fun game. I also got one of those like spray paint stencils on my face. I had Steelers, and overall, it was a fun game, a fun experience. I would love to go see another Steelers game in the future. I would love to go see a Steelers rivalry game, like Pittsburgh versus Baltimore, or Pittsburgh versus Cleveland, or even Cincinnati. But those tickets are really expensive though, so I don't know about that. But overall, it was a fun experience, and I was really happy to go to my first Steelers game, because I've gone to a Pirates game before. I don't think I've talked about that on my YouTube channel, but I did go to a Pirates game. It was the Pittsburgh Pirates versus the Philadelphia Phillies. And I don't remember what year it was. It was probably either 2018, 2019, before COVID happened. I did go to a couple Pittsburgh Panthers games, which I would love to go to another one. I went to a Steelers game, which this is what this whole video is about. Me talking about my first time going to the Pittsburgh Steelers game. The only game that I've not gone to is a hockey game. I've never seen the Pittsburgh Penguins live, and I would love to do that someday. So, hey, I think this video has been a little bit too long, but this video is my first time going to the Pittsburgh Steelers game. It was a fun experience, a fun crowd, a lot of great fans. We are diehard for our Pittsburgh Steelers. Go Steelers. Hopefully the Steelers have a good rest of their season. I'll definitely be watching at home. And if you guys like this video, please like, subscribe, and comment. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace, period.